Hello and welcome to SHEDnanigans. Now what exactly is SHEDnanigans? Just grab yourself a drink and I'll explain to you now. Yeah, you're going to have to bear with me a bit on that intro because I've only just started, I've only just really done the logo, so that'll be updating as the channel progresses. Right, basically, let's get down to business. SHEDnanigans is my new channel. Now some of you might actually already recognise my face because I've got another channel called Gadget Joe, and some of you might even know me from my first channel, which is actually Fish and Tips from a while ago. But for those that don't really know me, I'm going to explain to you now what this is all about. SHEDnanigans is a channel that I've been wanting to make for quite some time now. Basically, with the Gadget Joe platform, I was doing content such as tech reviews and computer builds and stuff like that, and it generally had to have a level of professionalism, and that's all well and good, but it took a lot of time. People don't realise just how much time it takes to make videos and content like that, and that's something that I struggled with, and that's where this channel was sort of born, or the idea of this channel was born. I spent so long trying to basically make Gadget Joe something it wasn't. It was a review site. People came there to see a review on the products that they're looking to buy. So for example, you wanted to look at a certain computer case. So you'd come and look at that, but then there's no reason for you to subscribe and follow because you've already got what you want. So I was sort of pushing to try and get more subscribers, to try and hit the numbers, and I became consumed by that basically. And I was trying to change things up and make things different, so much so that I sort of lost motivation for it altogether. And it drove my mental health to a real low point. So much so that it's actually almost, well, in fact at one point it was suicidal. So after sitting down and talking to a few friends, talking to a few close friends, we sort of come to an agreement after some ideas were thrown about that rather than trying to fix Gadget Joe, rather than trying to chase numbers, why don't I start with something brand new, something like a clean slate, so I can do my own thing and basically get a chance for me to be me. And this is it. Now the shed itself, or the workshop, is something that I built. It was a freebie basically that someone in a local Facebook group was offering for free if we went and go and collected it. So we did. It's a 16.5 foot long by 9.5 foot, but inside it's 8.5 foot shed that was built in 1944, so it needed a lot of work doing to it. Now in a future video I'm going to basically go over all the progress of it from start to where we are now. So I'm not going to dive into too much detail of that. But now I've got this place where I can come and do what I want to do, things basically away from the crap of life. Because let's face it, right now mental health in general, not just for me but for everybody, is a key topic because the world's crapping on us. It's really, really crapping on us. There's so much going on. If it's not pandemics, if it's not political issues, if it's not war, if it's not fighting, if it's not gas price rises, everything basically, the cost of living, it's hard. So this was my space to come in and just get away from it. So what I've wanted to do is go back to the bare bones of everything. Now I'm an ex-carpenter. I used to make furniture, I used to work with furniture, I used to do kitchen fitting, so I'm quite good with wood. And I like to make things with wood, I like to work with my hands. So what better opportunity to have my own space to basically learn how to make things, to learn new skills. I want to learn how to do metalwork such as welding, I want to learn how to do pretty much anything. And I want to bring you along with me. And that's basically what the channel is. Now, some of you aren't going to like that. Some of you aren't really going to be interested in watching a fat bald man in his workshop making things, or learning how to use things, or learning how to build things. And that's fine. I'm not in it to appeal to everybody. I know that some of you are going to watch it and switch right off, but I also know that some of you are just going to want to watch a video that's not screaming down the camera at you, that's not so fast you can't understand what's going on. You just want to watch something where you can talk to someone effectively and just watch them do it at their own pace. Some of the stuff that I learn, I'm going to go in blind, so it is literally going to be like a modern day dummy's guide of how to do things. And I want to do it with you. So I'm going to come in, basically get my camera, situate it wherever I need to put it, press record, and just do it. And what I want to do is talk about everything that's going on in your lives, not as well as mine. So I want this to be an active community as well, basically. It's just going to be a channel that you can get to the end of the day, put your feet up, grab yourself a coffee, a tea, a drink, a beer, whatever you want, a bite to eat, just stick it on and watch. And enjoy it, basically, because let's face it, I'm going to mess things up. I'm going to do most things right, hopefully, touch wood. But there's going to be things I'm going to mess up. But I'm not going to hide that from anybody. Because why should I? Because that's not who I am. I want to try and basically do and learn new things. And I want to try and maybe inspire some of you as I go along. Now, going back to the whole mental health side of things, I want to really push as a bit of an advocate towards mental health. Not just for men, but for women, for children, for everybody. So I want this to be a community project, effectively. So if you've got any issues, anything going on right now, or if you're having a bit of a bad day and you just want to talk about it, leave a comment down below. Because then hopefully, if it's not myself, there might be someone else that's in a similar situation that can just talk to you. Even if it's a reply or an email address or something like that, so that you can just talk to somebody. If I can at least help one more person per video to just get that little bit of help that they need to try and get them through the day, then that's all I could need. I don't care about millions of followers. Obviously it would be nice, but I don't care about that. I just want to basically do my own thing, and that is what it is. The name SHEDnanigans just came up because there was lots of different names. There was Tinker Time, there was Maker's Corner, there was lots of other stuff. Joe's Shed. We really sort of toyed with it, but then someone on Facebook suggested SHEDnanigans. Actually, it was Shenanigans, and then someone shortened it to SHEDnanigans, and we went with that. We just rolled with it, and this is it. Now, this first video is basically me muttering on to you. You're probably bored already, explaining what's going on, and that's all I want to do. So that's what the channel is. That's what it's going to be about. I'm going to be doing projects, so it's not just going to be learning how to do woodwork and stuff like that. I'm going to start working on projects so you can get involved with it. So there'll be little mini series. If there's anything that you've ever fancied doing, leave it in the comments. If I'm doing something and you think I'm doing it wrong, leave it in the comments. If I'm doing something and you think I'm doing it right, leave it in the comments. Make it interactive. Eventually I hope to be able to build up a Discord server to just get a bit of a community going on. So if you're after a channel that is a bit of everything, a bit of a man cave, just pottering about, learning new stuff, building things, taking things apart, learning how to do new things, this is the channel for you. It's easy watching. If you don't mind watching me, think of me as like the modern day Bob Ross, just balder and fatter and ginger, but that's it basically. As for the next video, it's going to be a little bit more involved, because the next video I've got a 3D printer sat down here. It is a Ender 3, which was gifted to me over Christmas by a good friend, and I'm going to be building it. So all I'm going to do is set the camera up either here or somewhere over else in the workshop, and I'm going to open it up and we're just going to build it. So it's going to be a dummy's guide to building a 3D printer, because I've never made a 3D printer before. I know very limited bits about it, but I want to see how easy it is to just get the box, put it in front of you and build it and get it going. And that's what the next video is going to be. Now, it's not going to be, if it takes an hour and a half to do it, the video is not going to be an hour and a half long. I will do the cuts where necessary. There will be time-lapse bits, so it's sped up. So it's not going to be completely boring. But that's the next project for the next video. And we'll also be doing other things like improving the workshop as we go. As you can see, it's not in the best of states, but the entire thing cost me £96. So everything is second hand, basically. And what I want to do is stuff like, on one of the videos, we'll have a little mini series of replacing the roof on the workshop, because after we had that recent storm, a lot of the panels were ripped off. Luckily it's double insulated on a lot of it, so it's quite strong and it's still secure. Someone did try and break in. They lifted the first panel off and realised that there's more underneath it, and thankfully left it. But it needs a new roof, so one of the videos will be doing that. So that could be something that you could get involved with. So if you've had experience making roofs, roofing, anything like that, leave a comment down below, and then I'll take on board the different ideas. If there's something that you fancy seeing, let me know. Again, if this is the sort of channel, if you're still here by now, thank you. You must have the patience of a saint. Do me a big favour and hit subscribe, because if you've already logged off, or if you've already switched off, the chances are you're not going to want to see it all again. But if you're still here and you're interested to see what's coming along, then hit subscribe, and then you'll know when the next video comes up next week. As far as the upload schedule, I'm going to try and do one every week, but to start with, I'm just going to find my feet, basically, get to grips with everything. I am going to be doing unboxings as well, and there will be shorter videos that are of like the time lapse. You know, like if I'm doing the build, for example, of a 3D printer, I'll condense it all into a smaller, more easy viewing video, and you can see that as well. But majority of the videos are just going to be me talking to you, talking about subjects of the day, talking about what's going on in the world, talking about some things that you've mentioned in the comments, and that's it. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Leave a subscribe, or press subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.